Hey guys, this is Charles from worshipguitarskills.com, and today I'd like to show you some interesting chord voicings that you can use on the electric guitar. Specifically, I'm going to look at the song Praises Be Lifted Up by Bethel, and they're using some really cool voicings on the guitar, and I'd like to open your mind up to some possibilities that you have at your disposal when it comes to playing more interesting chords. So in the chorus there, the chords they're playing is literally just E and B. So it's 4 going to 1 because the song is in the key of B. That's literally just the two chords. Now, what they're playing over the two chords respectively will be this. Okay, and that's a lovely guitar part there. So let's break this down, right? Over the E chord, they're only playing one note that is an actual chord tone in the key of E. Well, not the key of E, but the chord of E. Now, the chord tones in E will be E, G sharp, and B. So you can play it here, there, as well as there. Those are your typical triad shapes. So most people will play some combination of those three notes. But what they did here is they actually played the E note here, but then this is an F sharp, which is the 9th, and then they played the D sharp, which is a major 7th. Okay, so what's interesting there is only one note is a chord tone, which is E. The F sharp is the 9th, and then the D sharp is a major 7th. And then they resolve that because that major 7th is quite causing a lot of tension. And they resolve that to the C sharp. So essentially playing E6, right? When they go back, E6, 9, if you will. What does all this mean? Well, first of all, this kind of guitar playing, what makes it great is that by not playing the obvious notes, first of all, you're adding a different flavor and a different texture to your playing that you would not have done had you played just the straightforward chord tones. Secondly, it adds some much needed tension. Sometimes, in my opinion, and this is of course is my opinion, right? But sometimes when it comes to gospel music or praise and worship, everything is just a little bit too plain vanilla, right? So if you want to add some, you want to push the boundaries a little bit, then you can start doing things like this, which is adding chord tones or chord voicings or sounds that you might not typically expect. Now, very importantly, don't just go ahead and try and add stuff in there that you want to add some spice in there that if it doesn't fit, it doesn't serve the purpose, right? So this is pushing the boundaries without being obnoxious, right? If I can put it like that. So this is a big part of kind of modern worship where it starts incorporating a lot more like sounds from rock, even some punk sounds with a lot of the fuzz kind of sounds, all those kind of things. So that is why I'm showing this to you. We're not going to learn a specific song. I'm just going to show you that simplified version of the chorus line there. So the second thing I really like about this is I'm getting, in addition to the tension, I'm making use of clusters here. So a cluster is really cool on the guitar. Imagine on the piano, you're playing two notes that are right next to each other. So they're very close to each other. And because they're so close to each other, they cause just a slightly different sound. Now, on the guitar, we can play a lot of clusters. We won't get into that too much today. But the sound here, as you can hear, those two notes is literally I'm playing E, F sharp. But I'm playing the F sharp on another string so I can let it ring out. So that cluster approach is really cool. So that's fret 9 and fret 7 on the G and B strings. And then it's a big jump, like if I play these two notes on their own, it doesn't sound very pretty on its own, right? But if I add the context and I resolve it, then it actually works. And so there I have a cluster. Here I have a very unstable interval, which is a major 7th. But if I do everything together, And I get that sound. Okay, so E, F sharp, D sharp. Now, if you play this, you're going to have to make sure that your guitar's intonation is like 100%, because if your intonation's not right, that's not going to sound very good, right? So intonation just means that your guitar's in tune all over, whether you play low or high. All right, so that's all there is to it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And that's over the E chord. Now I can add a major 7th over a 4 chord. All right, so if you know your music theory, whatever the 4 chord is and the 1 chord, both of those can take major 7ths, right? Not the 5 chord. We'll get into that in another day. Now the second chord after the E goes to B. So over here, this is a bit more interesting in the sense that they're not playing a cluster with the first 2 notes here. This is just a standard B triad, but they're adding in the 6th over here. And it kind of just carries that melodic pattern. Okay, so they play E, B, E, B, E, G sharp minor. Now, when they play G sharp minor, this will be a G sharp minor 7th. But again, they stayed with the same idea that they had over the B, they played over the G sharp minor. And what I'm getting now, so this will be the 5th now. That's the flat 7th. And that's a 4th or an 11th. Okay, but you could call that a minor 7 sus4. And then we just play that minor 3rd there. And then when it goes to F sharp, they just played A sharp there, which is from this triad here. All right, so what does this mean? Well, instead of playing the simple triads, which would have been E, B, E, B, E, G sharp minor, F sharp. As you can hear, those are kind of plain vanilla triads, right? So instead of the triads, the plain vanilla triads, they added some spice to that. So I'll do it for you one more time. Over the E, they added the F sharp, which is the 9th, and the G sharp, which is the major 7th, resolving that to the 6th. And then for the B, they played a B triad, but then they added the C sharp, which is the 9th. Resolved it. They did that same one over the G sharp minor. And then they just played that A sharp there. All right, we can dive deeper into the theory behind this. So if you'd want to see that, just go ahead and leave a comment so I know that you guys would like to learn more about that. And if you'd like to, get more comfortable with the guitar neck and learning about chord tones, I did a whole series on that. Again, in the description box, there's the link to that playlist that will take you to that section where you can learn all about those particular chord tones. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Be sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Then I know you're enjoying the sessions and I will keep them coming. All right, I really hope you enjoyed this video where we looked at ways in which you can play more melodically on the guitar by making use of your mental understanding, your oral ability by hearing music and melodic ideas, and then the physical ability of actually mapping out the notes on the guitar. Now, this is all just the start of a whole wonderful journey, and if you'd like to dig deeper and learn more about how you can compose these different kinds of parts, as well as get access to the backing track that I used in this example, well, we've got a 7-day worship guitar skills challenge, which you can sign up for free. The link is in the description box. When you sign up for the 7-day challenge, you will learn 15 different kinds of guitar parts, making use of these chord tones in a musical and melodic fashion. And that's going to help you really map out the notes on the guitar so you can play with more passion, power and precision, all those kind of good things that you hear all of your favorite guitarists do. So that's all covered in the 7-day guitar challenge. You'll get tablature, you'll get a backing track, and you'll also get access to my personal email address. So if you've got any questions, you can just fire off an email, and then I will go ahead and address that in future videos. All right, guys, been awesome hanging with you today. Make sure you sign up for the 7-day guitar challenge so we can go ahead and dig deeper into this wonderful journey of becoming a better guitarist.